Ever felt a pull towards the distant past? A desire to connect with ancestors who lived tens of thousands of years ago? What if I told you there's a way to see the world directly through their eyes? Today, we're journeying deep into the Earth, into the heart of prehistoric Europe, to uncover one of humanity's greatest treasures: cave art. These are not just simple drawings. They are breathtaking masterpieces that have survived for millennia, offering a stunning connection to our deep past. Imagine stepping back in time, not just hundreds, but thousands of years. We're going back to the Upper Paleolithic period, a time stretching from about 40,000 to 10,000 years ago. This was the age of hunter-gatherers, of mammoths and woolly rhinos roaming a much colder Europe. It was in this world, deep within the dark, silent wombs of caves, that our ancestors created something truly magical. Please give me a support by subscribing to my channel, give it a like and share. Let's start our journey in France, home to some of the most famous prehistoric art in the world. Our first stop, the legendary Lascaux Cave. Discovered in 1940 by 4 teenagers and their dog, Lascaux is often called the Sistine Chapel of prehistory, and for good reason. The walls are covered with over 2,000 figures, painted with astonishing skill and vibrant colors. The most famous section, the Hall of the Bulls, features enormous depictions of aurochs, ancient wild cattle, some measuring over 17 feet long. What's incredible is the sense of movement and life they captured. These artists used the natural contours of the cave walls to give their paintings a three-dimensional quality, making the animals seem to charge and leap right out of the rock. The pigments they used, minerals like ochre for reds and yellows and charcoal for black, were ground into a powder and mixed with animal fat or cave water. These paintings are estimated to be around 17,000 years old, a direct message from the Magdalenian people who lived here. Now, let's travel even further back in time. We're heading to another French cave, one that completely rewrote our understanding of art history, the Chauvet-Pont d'Arc Cave. Discovered in 1994, the art in Chauvet is jaw-droppingly old. Some of the earliest paintings date back an astonishing 36,000 years. This discovery proved that sophisticated, masterful art didn't evolve slowly over millennia. It appeared in a stunning burst of creative genius. Chauvet is different from Lascaux. It's a gallery of the Ice Age's most formidable predators. You'll find lions without manes, just like the extinct European cave lion, alongside herds of mammoths, rhinos, and even a rarely depicted panther. The artists here were masters of technique, using shading and perspective to create a sense of depth and dynamism that feels incredibly modern. The cave was so perfectly sealed by a rockfall over 20,000 years ago that it remains a pristine time capsule. To protect it, access is extremely limited, but a breathtakingly accurate replica, Chauvet 2, allows us to experience its wonder. Our next destination is across the border in Spain, to the Altamira cave, known as the Jewel of Cantabrian art. This was actually the first major decorated cave to be discovered, back in 1879. A young girl, Maria, the daughter of the amateur archaeologist Marcelino Sanz de Sautuola, was the first modern human to gaze upon its ceiling. "Look, Papa, oxen," she cried, and what she saw was a ceiling teeming with polychrome bison. The artists here used red ochre and black charcoal, but they also cleverly scraped the rock to create different textures and highlights. The bison are depicted in various poses, standing, lying down, curled up, and the use of the rock's natural bulges gives them a powerful sculptural feel. For a long time, the scientific community refused to believe that primitive humans could create such magnificent work. It took 2 decades and the discovery of similar art in France for Altamira to finally be recognized as authentic, a testament to the genius of our 14,000-year-old ancestors. So, the big question is, why? Why did our ancestors venture into these deep, dangerous, and inaccessible parts of caves to paint? The truth is, we don't know for sure, but there are several fascinating theories. One popular idea is shamanism. Perhaps the cave was a gateway to the spirit world. A shaman, or spiritual leader, might have entered a trance-like state to connect with animal spirits, and the paintings were a record of these visions or a way to harness their power. The animals depicted were often powerful and dangerous, not always the ones they hunted most frequently. This suggests the art was more about respect and spiritual connection than just a hunting menu. Another theory is that these were sites for rituals and ceremonies, perhaps initiation rites for young hunters. Imagine being a teenager, led by torchlight into the deep, echoing darkness, surrounded by these massive, flickering images of powerful beasts. It would have been an unforgettable, awe-inspiring experience, binding the community together and passing down crucial knowledge and beliefs from one generation to the next. The acoustics in many of these painted chambers are also exceptional, leading some researchers to believe that chanting and music were part of these rituals, making the experience even more immersive. A third idea, simpler but just as profound, is art for art's sake. Perhaps like us, our ancestors simply had an innate drive to create, to capture the beauty and power of the world around them. They were anatomically modern humans, with brains just like ours. They felt joy, fear, and wonder. Maybe decorating their most sacred spaces was a fundamental expression of their humanity, a way of saying, we were here. This was our world. The sheer skill and aesthetic quality of the art certainly support this. These weren't crude doodles. They were deliberate, carefully planned compositions created by true artists. What's truly humbling is to think about the timeline. These paintings have survived for over 300 centuries. They have outlasted empires, languages, and entire civilizations. They connect us, modern humans in the 21st century, directly to the minds of people who lived in a world so different from our own, it's almost unimaginable. When we look at these paintings, we're not just looking at art. We're looking at the dawn of human consciousness and culture. We are seeing the very moment our species began to record its thoughts, its fears, and its dreams on the walls of the world. It's an incredibly powerful and intimate link to our shared heritage. These caves are not just archaeological sites, they are sacred galleries, a testament to the enduring power of human creativity. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey back in time. It's a powerful reminder that the story of humanity is written not just in books, but also in paint on the ancient walls of the earth. If you found this as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into our incredible past. See you next time.